assignments that are contained in the journey that the association takes us on to improve our public speaking. So the earlier assignments are all taken up with mundane things like eye contact, making sure that you're actually looking at the audience and not up at the ceiling. Actually, it's not a bad ceiling. I've stared at that ceiling myself many times before. But the speech construction works, and that it has a beginning, and that it has development, and that it has a conclusion, and that you are making gestures that are appropriate to the content. Now, the A4 speech is the challenge, really, before the final speech of all, which is the showcase. So the challenge is to develop audience rapport. Now, we've had some good experience tonight of audience rapport, I think, with all of the speeches, because they've all been very good in that sense. But in this particular speech, the speaker needs to show that he or she has learned all the lessons of the previous assignments and can apply them. So this speech is a bit different from anything that precedes it, because it's about stagecraft. It's about involving people. It's about having little tricks, if you like, if you can make them work, to make your speech go. And the questions for the evaluator are: was the theme relevant to the audience? I mean, you don't, for developing rapport, get up and say, I'm going to talk to you about how I learned to speak Serbo-Croat, and it was really interesting. Was the content engaging? Did people actually respond to it? Was it entertaining and memorable? And were there incidents of humour? And incidents of humour doesn't mean you have people falling off their chairs laughing. It's just about little gentle humour. So, that's the challenge. Was the audience engaged? Now, the stagecraft of this speech began before it began. We had a Waitrose bag, we had a sign on the board, we had people saying, what's he up to, what's all this about? We had a jacket. We had something face down on the table. So audience rapport is people getting interested before the speech starts. Now, I'm not seeing this little trick before. He's a cute guy, this speaker. Because he did all of that before he told us the title, which is Here's to Happy Accidents. And then there's a question: does anybody here have pets? Now, that's very good audience rapport, isn't it? That's quite cunning. And then there's a picture of a little doggy. Now everybody loves a little doggy, don't they? So you're into an experience of somebody who is going to take his audience along with you. And then something that I have asked the speaker to do on several occasions is to make sure that his voice does change, that he has pauses, and that he has a little drama in his speech about voice change. And he's done it tonight, I'm pleased to say, because the questions were quite clear. Serendipity, is it? And then there were various present quotes. The definition of serendipity, which I won't go through at all, it's rather long, but never mind. Happy accidents that we didn't really mean to happen. We had humour. The moral knot of the little doggy wasn't serendipity at all. No, it's just a little chancer. That's the kind of humour that goes well in speeches. I just have to say to all of you, it's just little things like that that go well in speeches. No, you don't have to tell jokes. Jokes are deadly in speeches, particularly in this speech, this kind of speech. So we then went on with more gestures, the smile on your face, the spring in your step, watching for the gestures. And then we had the jacket, the wallet, the car keys, the phone, it's not there, £10 note, more stagecraft. So I was looking more at you all than him at that stage to see if you were involved with it. And oh, yes, you were. Yes, you were. And the £10 note. Give me the £10 note. No. And then we had the post-it notes, which I thought was very interesting. The point that came out of that for me was not so much the story of the 3M adhesive notes, which I'd heard before, and you probably have as well, but the humorous point, don't let me down, when he posted it. That's, again, it's one of those little pieces of interest. Question: who hasn't got a microwave? And then the story of microwaves. I don't care about microwaves one way or the other, but what I did like was the joke about no mention of the leg. It always worries me every time I switch on the microwave, just in case this is the one time it's going to fail. But it melted the choc bar and must have melted his leg as well. So, antibiotics, the third section. Now, one of the things that I was told fairly early on by a very experienced speaker was, don't do more than 3 sections in a speech. Try to do more than 3, you're starting to lose the audience. So this was the third, and it was fine. This was antibiotics. So this was the story of good old Alexander Fleming, who I always thought was a bit of a scam. I don't think he was the one who actually discovered it, did he? He just came back and found it. But never mind, it was the moment, said the speaker, when medicine was born. And then we came to a conclusion. So all of this was happy accidents, not serendipity. All that we know, he said, the next happy accident may give you inspiration for your speech when you aren't looking for it. So that's interesting, isn't it? Inspiration for a speech when you aren't looking for it. It came to a conclusion. It tied it together, and I thought it did very well. Learning point. I thought the gestures worked very well. I thought the voice was good. I thought the content was good. The only learning point I can say to the speaker is keep the pace right to the end. There was a slight fading. I don't know why. At antibiotics, perhaps it was saying streptococcus, whatever it was. I don't know what it was. Slight fading at that point, but picked up again to get to the conclusion. So all in all, well done, I can say to the speaker, who I can't name, obviously, that I think that worked extremely well. It was cleverly done, and I've watched the speaker's speeches since he came to the club, and that was definitely the best one he's ever given, and fully fulfilled what is required by A4. So congratulations.